What an amazing spectacle it is. The family of the challenger, the family of Samoa Joe, here to show his support. The tradition of the Samoan fire dance is going to bring the challenger and #1 contender into the arena.
What a feeling it is right here in this building, and I think it's not just the anticipation of these two great warriors. It's a deep down feeling. Could this be the last time that we see the Samoan submission machine in a wrestling ring?
That's a lot of added pressure on a man to sit there and go, hey, I'm gonna lock myself down. If I lose, I'm going home. And I'm never gonna be seeing this arena ever again. That put a lot of pressure on Samoa Joe. Marcus Davis told me he did train hard for the 5 weeks they had together. He really tried to put it together. Hopefully it's enough against a great guy like Kurt Angle.
The roar absolutely deafening as he comes out. You see the embrace with the man who's trained him, the man from Ireland wearing the kilt, talking about Marcus Davis. It's time to introduce the TNA champ. And here he comes. Frank Trigg, you've gone on record. You made the prediction. You said Kurt Angle will not only retain that title, but he will take Samoa Joe's career and extinguish it tonight.
And I feel kind of bad for Kurt because Kurt really doesn't want to have to end a guy's career like that, but Joe's the one that said, he said, if I lose, I'm going home and I'm going to stay home. Kurt's just doing his job. He wants to keep that belt. This is something he's always strived after, making sure he keeps his belts and keeps his medals. It's another piece he's not going to let go.
I think that Kurt Angle would look at it as a major notch in his belt if he's able to end the career of Samoa Joe.
He stands 6'1" and weighs in at 235 pounds. Perhaps the greatest wrestler in the world today. Kurt Angle has taken TNA by storm since arriving in 2006. Kurt Angle became the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion at TNA Slammiversary in 2007. The only gold medalist in professional wrestling history, Angle is also a 12-time world champion and 3-time NCAA All-American. Kurt Angle has held the TNA World Heavyweight Championship for nearly a year, and this is his 5th meeting against Samoa Joe.
Frank Trigg, how big of a mental edge is it when you've had 4 head-to-head meetings and you've been victorious in 3 out of the 4?
It's always more difficult every time you face a guy. It's even harder when you face a guy twice and lost to him twice. Imagine having that advantage when you face a guy 4 times, beat him 3 out of the 4. That puts a huge mental edge on the side of Kurt Angle and makes Samoa Joe a little bit more nervous as Kurt steps into the ring right now.
Does it make him more nervous, or does it light the fire under Samoa Joe even more?
Well, like his brothers were doing the fire dance earlier tonight, hopefully it is true. It does light him up a little bit more.
To me, I think the important part is going to be the beginning of this match. Not letting emotions take over and take out your energy. You've got to realize you've got to pace yourself and wait for that opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for. The second half of our lockdown double main event. Challenger and champion inside the 6 sides of steel. At this time, we send it inside the cage and Jeremy Borash for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA senior official Mr. Rudy Charles, and here tonight to present the TNA Heavyweight Championship title belt to the winner, UFC fighter, the Irish hand grenade, Marcus Marcus Davis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Songus Arena in Lowell, Massachusetts, it's time for your TNA Lockdown main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 280 pounds and comes to us from the Isle of Samoa. He is the #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 235 pounds and comes to us from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist and the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kurt Angle.
There you see the prize being held high up above the head of referee Rudy Charles, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt. But equally, if not more important, the fact that Samoa Joe is putting his career at stake in this match. If he doesn't defeat Angle, if he doesn't win the gold, as we see wife Karen looking on from ringside, then Samoa Joe promises that he will walk away from professional wrestling forever. Frank Trigg, the look on the face of Kurt Angle as he was preparing for this match, showed me what's he doing here?
Kurt Angle, I'm trying to listen to this. He is pointing at his wife.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Get her out of here.
He's saying, get her out of here.
Get her out of here. I want her
And you can see that we have security coming over to the guardrail.
Wow.
And he's asking his wife, Karen Angle, to leave the ringside area. Frank, is this a case where Kurt is so focused on Samoa Joe that he wants zero distractions?
Now, you have to understand, most people say this is mean because Karen's going to sit in the corner, but I have a deal with my wife, Nikki, that she's not allowed to see me from the moment we show up in the arena until the fight is over. With her being in the corner, right there by Kurt, on his side of the cage, it is a distraction to him. If he wants to leave, she needs to get up and get out. Get up and leave.
And you can see that she's not happy here, that security, they asked her to leave nicely. It's almost as if now you're trying to remove her from the ringside area, and they do, and you hear the opening bell, and here we go. It's finally here. It's Kurt Angle, and it's Samoa Joe in our lockdown main event.
You know what, though? I think that's good for both sides. Obviously, Kurt Angle doesn't want the distraction. He doesn't want to look at her and see anything and have anything in his mind. And after what Joe's gone through in the past with Karen Angle, I think it's good for him too, Mike. The two of them just be warriors and go at it, and it's on.
Angle charges in at Samoa Joe, who uses his weight to turn Angle around and gain the advantage. Referee Rudy Charles with the count going to try and separate the two. Well, you can just sense that both men are tentative here in the opening minute.
Kurt's using a lot of hand speed, but he's using a lot of energy with his hand speed because he's trying to get inside of Samoa Joe's kicks. Oh, great kick. He's trying to get inside, though, of Samoa Joe's big right leg kick was coming towards his head, and to do that, he had to use a lot of hands early. I don't know if Kurt can keep up that kind of pace. He's not used to using his hands to box like that.
We saw the first strike from Kurt Angle, the kick to the leg of Samoa Joe, and there it is again. In the back of my mind, I've got to be thinking that Kurt Angle, with those leg kicks, he's trying to think down the line, down the road in this match, in anticipation of using the ankle lock submission.
Frank, I got to ask you, too, what kind of an advantage did you see Joe going for the kicks? And you can see Angle trying to lock it out, and then Joe, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Joe, get the ankle lock here, and no, Kurt got the rope.
He's made a nice knee bar. He's in a good position. It's too bad the ropes came in the way, though.
I'm going to ask you, what kind of an advantage, if any, does it give Kurt not to have the shoes on right now, to have the ankles taped out there in the ring?
Well, because of the leg locks and knee bars and heel hooks that Samoa Joe likes to go after, it's going to be easier for Kurt to get out. It's a better defensive tactic to have his shoes on.
Angle, great move in. Started with the single leg, then took Joe down with both legs, and Angle right on top of him, getting in a couple of blows. But I think because he's so close to Samoa Joe at this point, he doesn't have that distance, he doesn't have the power behind the shots.
It's called stuffing your punches. Kurt was actually stuffing his own punches by being that close. He has to work on his ground and pound game a little bit by sitting up taller, where you have your head on his chest and you're stuffing punches, you're not going to get a good blow off.
One thing I'm impressed with is the training that Joe's gone through.
Whoa.
The training with Marcus Davis. I mean, think about the history of Marcus Davis, the things that he's done, the different styles that he's seen. The guy was even a sparring partner for Mickey Ward. He's seen all different styles. That's got to help Joe as this match goes on.
We have a trainer like Marcus Davis. He gets the game. He understands the ups and downs. He's had his downs in his MMA career. He's been kicked out of biggest organizations and brought back in again. It's been tough for him. So he can put that on Samoa Joe, saying, look, I've lost my fights. You've lost your fights. This is a big fight for you. You put a lot of pressure on yourself. If anybody can help Samoa Joe get through it, it's Marcus Davis.
Angle has been so impressive with those 2 early takedowns in the match. And again, look how quickly, he shoots in, but he left himself wide open. Joe caught him with the kick.
Wow, nice kick, great punch.
He just scouted it, he waited for it, he saw the opportunity, and look at him. Joe just going now. Kurt getting the arms wrapped around the head.
Smart job holding him in. Talking about a big weight difference, a big size difference between these two competitors. Kurt's doing a good job of maintaining, keeping him close. Like earlier when he was stuffing his own punches, now he's got a shot at keeping him on top of him and not getting hit.
That really is the key at that point, closing the distance between the two competitors. As Frank explained, when you're so close to your opponent, you don't have the ability to wind up and use that extra power behind your strikes.
Now you notice the pace has slowed way down. We're starting to get into it a little bit. Now they're starting to, we're out of that feeling each other out there like you always see in boxing in the first round. Now they're actually really trying to work their technique and trying to find the opening.
Well, I'm impressed how neither one of them let themselves wear themselves out too early. Like you said, they felt each other out. Nobody made any stupid mistakes. Whoa! That's what a Joe! What a move as he flips him over.
Great hip toss. For as big as Samoa Joe is, you see him, it looks a little heavy, got a little fat going around his stomach. You wouldn't think he can move as quick as he can. Look at that hip moment with that throw. That was a huge shot for Samoa Joe to get Kurt to move like that.
It's that old story about don't judge that book by its cover. Don't do that when it comes to Samoa Joe. Frank, I'm not sure whether you noticed, but when Samoa Joe had, look at Angle! What an explosive suplex!
Wow, great job by Kurt, got his hips underneath, good body lock, picked him up, and threw Samoa Joe right on his back.
Right on the back of his head, and I saw Joe grab the back of it, and the pain on his face, and you wonder something like that can, a nerve can, look at Joe, look at the pain.
See how Kurt's arm is underneath Joe's chin, he's got a great choke on. If he can slide, if Kurt can slide this right side like he's doing now, he may be able to finish this choke off and get a submission here.
Well, look at the face of Samoa Joe.
Oh, he got the boot on the ropes, Good move, having good ring awareness.
Fortunate ring positioning for Samoa Joe at that point. If they're out in the middle of the six-sided ring, I'm not sure that Joe would be able to wear it off. And how about that strike? The knee right to the head on Samoa Joe, and then Angle's got him. Continuous shots in the corner.
This is the kind of pace we used to see Kurt Angle maintain. He can keep this kind of pace for 20, 30, 40 minutes if he has to. I don't know if Samoa Joe's in shape to be able to maintain it.
Frank Trigg, you've been training with both champion and challenger. You say when it comes to dedication, there's nobody like Kurt Angle.
No, you won't find anybody. He's the first one to show up for practice and the last one to leave. He's the guy that's always here early, even his pro wrestling career. He's here earlier than everybody else. He stays later than everybody else because of his dedication.
Joe's got to find a way to get the momentum headed his way.
Oh!
A belly release, unbelievable, right overhead.
That's near 300 pounds that he took over. I'm going to say with relative ease, then goes right for the cover. But again, fortunate ring positioning for Samoa Joe, where he's able to reach out and get the rope break.
Very smart. It's one of the tactics also used in pancakes over in Japan. Is that the ring, you have a way to get out if you're able to use it, if you can get the side of the ropes. That's what Samoa Joe's doing right now. It's saving him. Smart move.
Oh, man, what an uppercut that time. And you saw that Joe just went down like a big tree.
I'll tell you, Kurt Angle right now is absolutely controlling this match just the way that he wants. And look at that.
Trying to step into his arm bar.
There it is. He's trying, and the perfect defense by Joe.
Great job getting his hands locked in. He's trying to stuff it in. He's got to slide his elbow out. see his right arm as the arm is caught. He get his elbow slid out a little bit. He's out of the way.
But he gets to his feet. He gets to his feet. He almost got a pin. Almost stuck one in on Angle.
Joe seems to be using a lot better smart tactics, a lot better match tactics than Angle does. He's using the ring ropes to get out of the positions. When he's in caught an armbar, he's going right to a pinning position. Samoa Joe seems to be getting the advantage of the tactical space right now.
Might have something to do with the training of Marcus Davis.
You know, I was making fun of Marcus Davis earlier because he always walks around in a dress. But honestly,
wow.
I gotta give him his props. He walked around in a kilt. He's really chose Samoa Joe a lot of good positions.
You see that move by Angle? He went for the knee of Samoa Joe and he dropped it. He took him down, again in my mind, in anticipation of working on that leg for possibly an ankle lock or a figure four leg lock like this. There's the figure four.
Wow.
He's got it locked in. And look at the positioning.
That's the key.
He's got to go somewhere. And he's barely got the shoulder on. Oh, man. He has got the wrong spot to get the ropes here, Mike. He is facing in the wrong direction.
Remember when Kurt Angle used the figure four leg lock against Yuji Nagata on Global Impact?
The only way
over
for
in
Joe
Japan, and he's using it again.
The only way for Joe to get out of this, he has to actually roll to his back and puts him in a pinning position. The one way he has to go to get out, he has to put himself in more danger to go towards the ropes. He's actually increasing his pain.
He couldn't get over, though. He tried to roll over. And just as it looked like he was going to, Kurt Angle rolled him right back.
This is one of those times. This is one of those times you're glad that you're the bigger guy because that extra 50 pounds will be able to get you to move around. This is where Joe needs to use his weight.
And Joe trying to take advantage of the weight edge that he has, trying to roll this thing over and try and get the edge, but Kurt Angle just cranks right back on it.
Almost got pinned as his shoulder blades were to the mat. You can see referee Rudy Charles. He's counting. Joe is going to fight the pain. He's going to listen to the count. He's got so much on his mind, and he's too far from the ropes. I don't know if he can hold on.
The wrench on his ankle, the wrench on his knee. I mean, this is amazing. And for him, the only way, like I said, for him to go is go towards the ropes. He's going to make this thing a little bit tighter. Also, though, if you can notice how Kurt's leg is caught inside, Joe can put a little pressure on Kurt's knee if he slides his butt a little bit closer to Kurt.
How is this going to change the complexion of the match going forward?
Once you get out of this position, your legs are shot. He's got no way to move. He's having a hard time being able to keep on his feet. It's going to slow Samoa Joe down. So if he gets out of this, he's going to have a lot less mobility.
Exactly. In other words, if he doesn't tap out, if he doesn't submit from this, you're still going to see that wear down factor come into play as Joe finally uses that weight to turn him over.
He's done it. He's turned him over, and he's using his weight, and Kurt Angle grabs the rope to break it up. Wow, Samoa Joe. What resilience, guys. What resilience.
Oh, and Joe gets to his feet, but you can see that he's noticeably not moving as well as he was before. And what does Angle do? Immediately, right back to the offensive. Oh, what a strike to the leg. Right on the knee.
Those legs are numb, aren't they, Frank? And look at him go for the knee. Oh, my gosh, Joe's in pain.
If they're not numb, I'm praying that they are at this point. There's so much pain going on. The wrenching on the knee that's happened. Oh, great job. The wrenching on the knee, the wrenching on the ankle. He's in so much pain right now. Anything that Kurt does to us can expound it.
Look how quickly, though, Angle was able to float right over on Joe. And now, after working on the lower half of his body, he's going to try and work on the upper half, working on the head of Joe.
Just like boxing, you attack the body to make the head a little bit weaker. Kurt Angle's doing the exact same thing right now.
Samoa Joe looking for any opening, looking for that window to open just a crack. But again, rings his bell, and what a
Oh my God!
Wow!
Decapitation! Clothesline by Samoa Joe. It was a desperation move, but you got to admit it paid off because look at Angle, and Joe still favoring the leg and knee.
He's trying to get some kind of feeling in there, trying to get some kind of a break, but this might be what he needs. He's got to get some air in his lungs, Frank.
He needs a little bit of a break to kind of get his legs back underneath him, let the pace aside a little bit, plus get some air back in his lungs. Like you said, he hit Kurt Angle so hard, he almost did a complete backflip. I don't know how much Kurt's going to recover.
Follow strikes. Series of forearm shots, and then another clothesline Dex Angle. Here comes Joe charging into the corner. How about that knee?
He just amazes you how agile he is for a big man. As the knee hits it, but the elbow by Kurt Angle stops it. What a kick! What a kick by Joe!
Could it be the muscle buster out of that corner? He's got him up, but Angle into a roll-up. And now Angle got the leg of Joe.
You can see Joe.
Great ankle lock.
He's got the ankle lock cinched in.
Wow, just when it looked looked like Joe was going to take control. Just when it looked like he's going to hit the muscle buster. You see that Kurt Angle's got the ankle of Samoa Joe.
Half like a billy on both of these guys, amazing. Samoa Joe kicked Kurt Angle about 8 feet in the air in the face. As soon as he rolled over, Kurt got out of the position, rolled on top, and immediately went to the ankle lock. These guys still have so much energy left in them, and we're already into this match so deep, and they've done so much already. Damage to each guy. Oh!
What a slam!
Cover.
1, 2, oh, just in time! Unbelievable the strength there. Caught Kurt Angle in midair and just used that strength and just slammed him down.
Joe, I think that time on the receiving end of an eye rake from Angle. But Joe able to fight back first with the kick. Gonna take him up. Power bombs him. Pin.
1, 2, no!
I'm getting a little nervous here.
Look at this. Joe's got the legs hooked. Boston Crab. Now, look at him put the knee right in the lower part of his back. He's got the Boston Crab submission.
Can he get it? Look at this! He's gonna tap out! He's gotta tap out!
Look at Angle's hand.
Oh, no.
Look at Angle's hand. Is he gonna tap?
Pushing himself!
He's in so much pain in this position.
But that's the perfect counter if you think about
he
it.
pulls it
Oh
back.
my! And now look at this! He's got the crossface applied!
This is wrenching on the knee, wrenching on the hip. He pulls that head back a little bit. He's been wrenching the back at the same time. It's a 3-spot. He's a trifecta submission. This is a great spot for Samoa Joe. He uses very limited energy as he can actually rest while Kurt is expending all the energy trying to maintain it.
Boy, that's a great point, Frank Trigg, as Samoa Joe continues to work on the head with the crossface. At the same time, he's got the leg grapevine and Angle doing everything within his power to try and get to the ropes. And at the same time, Joe doing everything to try and prevent him to get that rope break. Oh, look how close Angle is. But look at the way Joe has his eyes covered.
Is he gonna tap? Is he gonna tap? Is he gonna tap? Oh man, look at the look, he's grabbing the ankle. He's grabbing the ankle of Joe. He's worked his way to it, and now Kurt Angle has the advantage.
What a reversal. Almost being submitted, almost tapping out, finding his way into another submission position for himself. Both guys back and forth. This is really getting close. I am so much more impressed with Samoa Joe than before. I have to take back half the words I said. I think he came into this match underprepared. I lied to myself. He really is prepared. Marcus Davis got him ready for
He
this.
turned it around. He just countered it on Angle.
Joe with all the force and all the power that he can muster, working on the head of Kurt Angle, because you know that Samoa Joe in the back of his mind has to be thinking that his entire wrestling life, his livelihood, his career is at stake in this match.
Pulling back with everything that he's got. Kurt trying to slide out from under him, and look at him pull back on the head, pull back on the neck. Oh, the pain that Kurt Angle's got to be in.
At the same time, he's got Angle's, well, momentarily he had Angle's arm hook, but you saw that Kurt was able to use that mat skills, the grappling ability to try and snake his way out of there and get the break. Oh, he turns right at him, but Joe's got the arm hooked in again. I think he's got him. Is that another crossface? I can't see it from this shot.
It does. It looks like it is another crossface. He's got to pull back in again. This, you get in it, all of a sudden you get out of it, you think, hey, I'm safe, and you're back into it again. This is not good for Kurt's back and neck.
Oh, look at Kurt! He's got him out! Olympic slam! Oh,
Here
no.
it is. Pin.
1, 2. Yeah, he pulled out of it. Unbelievable!
How they having this match sense, how they keeping this together. Every position change, every spot change.
Angle again. Sights set on the ankle of Samoa Joe, and he's got the submission hold applied. And look at the ring positioning. Could it be better for Kurt Angle?
Nice in the center, right in the middle. No ring rope grabbing at this point. Samoa Joe's going to find another way out of it.
Free leg, the free leg of Joe, but it just momentarily stopped Kurt, who maintains his grip.
And not only does he exert the effort, it looks like Kurt Angle's got even better positioning. Oh, he's on his feet, he's pulling back on that ankle. Joe's gonna tap.
Look
Joe's
at this,
gonna
his
tap.
hands up. This is your career. This is your livelihood at stake, Joe. Oh, but look how far he's away from the rope. It's like he's in no man's land.
Again, every time he turns around, oh, look at him.
Oh,
He turned it back in his way.
Rear naked choke.
Great position. He's got it right to chin. He's got it in tight. He's just sinking it a little bit deeper with his right hand. Got his legs crossed over his body. Kurt's stuck.
Look at Kurt using the referee. The referee trying to pull, but it's bringing Kurt closer to the rope.
And that's exactly what's happening. The referee's trying to break the grip of Angle, but all it did was it moved Angle closer to the rope to get the fight.
The referee let it go because he knew it was desperation. I can't believe it.
How great was that?
How great was
Using
that?
the ref to using the ref to
Olympic
help
gold
you out.
medalist? You're talking about Olympic gold medalist using a move like that.
Oh, Joe was mad, and he lost his focus. Wait a minute.
He went for the slam again, but Joe
Oh,
turns
right
around
into the
and drives him
cage.
headfirst into the steel.
Oh, what a kick! What a kick! Going back after him.
Oh, could it be Muscle Buster time again? Here we go. He's got him in.
He's got him. He's got him. Can he hit it?
Oh!
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe!
What an effort. What an effort.
Wow. I could not believe he pulled that up. I thought Kurt was going to get out of the Muscle Buster again, at least one more time. Great job. I really did not give Samoa Joe a chance in this. You guys heard me earlier. I didn't think Samoa Joe really had any shot of beating Kurt Angle. More than he proved me wrong. He deserves this belt. He almost was submitted 4 or 5 different times. He was outclassed in takedowns. He stayed with his tactics. He stayed with his game plan, and he pulled it together.
And the belt presentation. Belt presentation made by Joe's trainer, UFC fighter Marcus Davis. What a proud moment for the Samoan Submission Machine to hit that Muscle Buster and gain the 3 count, and not only become TNA champion, but to keep his professional wrestling career alive. And there you see the post-match embrace with Marcus Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. Let's take a video review, a recap of this great main event.
What a kick right there by Samoa Joe. This is when he started making the comeback. But Kurt Angle with the belly to belly and then taking the leg out. I mean, then Kurt had the leg wrapped in, and it looked like Joe was going to tap. But Joe somehow turned that around, and then the decapitation clothesline. Wow, then the shot to the chin, the kick, and then that power slam. And everybody realized it might be a magical night. But the Olympic slam took Joe there, and it was all Kurt Angle right here.
Here we go. Samoa Joe obviously in so much pain. Here it comes, the big kick to the head. I can't believe he's still enough energy in his legs to get it up. Then he immediately knows, I know exactly when I'm going to finish this fight. Here it comes. I'm going to end it on the biggest note possible. Samoa Joe, your heavyweight champion of the world.
What a moment for Samoa Joe. He put it all on the line, Mike. Every bit of it on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a part of history.